Again this hour once again with our chief meteorologist Chris Holcomb. He's not here in studio with us. He's out in our weather impact tracker on the road.
Chris, you have been telling us about this system for several days, the entire weather impact team tracking all of this. Now you are out there. I do see some snow on the roads behind you. Where are you and what are you seeing right now?
We are up in northeast Georgia, up in Rabun County, just north of Tallulah Falls. And let me show you what we're seeing out there right now. This is what we're dealing with. As we were driving up 985 earlier this morning, it was my goal to get up here to intercept this burst of snow in northeast Georgia as it was moving through. And man, did we intercept a burst of snow. Just look at this right now. Up again, south of Clayton near Tallulah Falls, you can see all of the snow that is on the road. We still have snow coming down from the sky. These first started off as like really small, almost like snow grains, really fine snow coming down. Now these flakes are getting a little bit bigger here up in parts of northeast Georgia. And this entire system, this is really the beginning of it. This is what is pushing southward and what we're seeing that's going to be approaching parts of the metro area here. Now, all through the week, as our team of meteorologists has been preparing you for this system, we have been emphasizing that areas north and east of Atlanta would be seeing most of the impacts. That's what we're seeing right now. Excuse me, there's also, though, the potential that Metro Atlanta could see some snow. And what's going to be interesting is there's going to be a really fine line between who gets a lot of snow and who doesn't get much snow at all. And that might just slice right through the Metro Atlanta area. But as you can see here, we are going really slow. Our temperature just went down to 25 degrees here in Atlanta. Not in Atlanta, but in northeast Georgia here up in Rabun County in our weather impact tracker. And you can see the roads, how they're covered up. We're still able to navigate. We're going slowly. We're probably going about 25 miles an hour right now on this road as we're getting closer to Tallulah Falls coming up here in just a few minutes. So, yeah, we are dealing with the snow now. It is still coming down. We're actually going to double back and go back to the south. We're going back to the south right now. We're going to kind of follow this snow band as it pushes down toward the south with all of the accumulation that is beginning here in parts of northeast Georgia. So, Nicole, this is pretty impressive. Let me show you our roof camera right now. We're seeing some snow that's kind of getting on the lens of that, but that gives you kind of another perspective. And as we're right now crossing over the Tallulah River, this bridge right here, and of course we have to take these bridges and overpasses a little bit slowly here because the air gets up under these bridges and these can freeze a little bit faster. So far, again, we have been going really slow. When we did a U-turn earlier, we did kind of slip and slide just a little bit. So the road conditions are deteriorating here, even though many of these roads have been treated. And we've also been seeing here the remnants of last week's ice that has been on the side of the road. But what you're seeing now is all fresh on the roads, on the sides of the roads here, of the snow that has been coming down, and these accumulations are happening right now. So, Nicole, big question now is, will we see these accumulations making it down toward the Metro Atlanta area? And again, we know northeast of us we'll be seeing that, but it's just finding that cutoff line between who gets snow and who gets nothing is going to be a really fine line.
Yes, there are going to be some spots that get, 2-3 inches of snow accumulation, and others that get a couple flurries. We're primed, though, for any of that snow to stick to the ground at this point. I've been taking a look at some of our road temperatures kind of around town, up towards the north, and they are rapidly dropping as temperatures drop. So around the city, our temperatures of the surface, so road temperatures, are already down to about 32 to 33. North of the city, in a lot of spots, those road temperatures are already into the 20s. So once that snow starts falling, it sticks pretty quickly. The exception is going to be up 85. A lot of road temperatures there are still hovering kind of in the mid 30s, which means even though we're actually actively seeing snowfall in some of those locations, at least when it comes to roads, it may not be sticking immediately. You'll see it on those elevated surfaces, but so far not as much of accumulation on the ground, up 85, where we've got some of that ongoing snow. Temperature-wise, it is already cold when you factor in the winds, which are gusty. We're talking feels like temperatures in the teens and single digits. These winds have really picked up in the last couple hours, especially across Metro Atlanta. We're seeing wind gusts right now up to about 32 miles per hour, and those will continue increasing throughout the next couple hours. So by this afternoon, we're talking wind gusts of 35 to even 40 miles per hour. That's going to make it feel very cold. That's also going to blow around any of the snow, which could limit visibility. This is our view right now in Blue Ridge. Snow has been coming down there for a couple hours now. It has been steady, but pretty light for the most part. You can see that it's certainly accumulating on the ground, on the road, as well as on any elevated surfaces. So starting to see that snow add up there. This is the view meanwhile in Dalton. So that's in far northwest Georgia, where we've got a little pause on actively falling snowfall, a couple flurries at most, but you can see it certainly sticking to the roads there and could be creating for some hazardous travel as well. That's what we're anticipating through the day today. Where these snow showers develop, where the most snow falls, that's where we're going to see snow-packed, just kind of slick roadways. So we do have winter storm warnings in place that extend right up to the Atlanta metro. Chris mentioned that where we see snow accumulating and where we don't is going to be a really fine line. And I do think the kind of vast majority of it is going to be split by the 75 corridor. Most of our higher totals are going to end up towards the northeast, kind of on the east side of 75. Our lower totals, where any snow we see will likely be less impactful, will likely end up being on the west side of 75. So that puts Atlanta kind of right on the cutoff when it comes to snowfall totals. Now, through this winter storm warning, we could see widespread totals of about 1 to 3 inches, but some localized higher totals of up to 4 or 5, even 6 inches are going to be possible where some of those heavier snow bands develop. Right now, our satellite radar doesn't show widespread snow, but we've got a couple areas where heavier snow is falling, and certainly coverage has been increasing of snow just through the last hour or two. A lot of the heaviest of it has been where Chris was, up into far northeast Georgia through Rabun County, up into Habersham County, and then also right now tracking some of those snow showers that stretch through portions of Forsyth, Hall County, as well as down into Gwinnett County, and even far-reaching far eastern Cherokee County, where we're seeing some of that light snowfall as well. A lot of the heavier snow right there, though, is right around the Lawrenceville area, stretching up through Sugar Hill, and then even up Gainesville, towards Gainesville and Lake Lanier. Now, this snow shower right here is moving down towards the east-southeast. So if this holds together, we could be seeing some of that snow in the Athens area, in the Winder area within about the next hour or so. Our satellite radar also picking up on some light snow stretching through portions of Carroll County, really right through I-20 from Bremen off towards Douglasville, where we've got a few flurries indicated on the radar there as well. This is just the beginning of what will be kind of multifaceted winter event. Of course, we're seeing some of the snow and the cold air already. Most of the snow is going to take place through this morning and into the early afternoon. So our snow will start to taper off as we go throughout the afternoon. Meanwhile, temperatures today are going to stay kind of stagnant. We won't see much warming. We won't see too much cooling, at least during the daytime hours. We'll be in the 20s with feels like temperatures in the teens. Where we see snowfall, roads will quickly become slick and a little bit icy. We change gears tomorrow from snowfall potential to bitter cold air. We've got that extreme cold warning in place for Sunday. We're talking feels like temperatures below 0 across the area tomorrow morning, which is going to be a dangerous cold. And I'll walk you through hour by hour what I'm anticipating from those snow showers coming up in just a few minutes. Jonathan and Faith?
All right, Nicole, thank you so much for bringing that to us. Whole team working very hard to make sure that everyone at home is prepared as we continue to monitor this second now weekend in a row of winter weather. And